Old Kings Road in Jacksonville is a dead end, but it still provides hotspot rail fanning. On a brief stop here in October, there were 3 GEs parked, all in different paint schemes. This is the north end of CSX's Moncrief Yard on the A-line. About 100 yards to the north is Southern Crossing, where the Norfolk Southern crosses the A-line to access Jacksonville's Talleyrand port area. A transfer job from the FEC is working an intermodal cut back there. It's likely this is traffic to or from Charlotte, North Carolina, considering the block of Crowley containers. This kind of work happens at all hours here at Old Kings Road. It's what makes it a hotspot. Then we run about 20 miles south by southwest to Seaboard Country, Baldwin, Florida. We're there just in time for Q180, New Orleans to Jacksonville Tropicanas, containers, and auto racks.
7712, 3119, there is not that ball.
The Baldwin construction is nearly complete. This is late October and the northeast connection is almost finished. New bungalows are cut in, one called Clark and the other called Baldwin Tower. I'm glad they preserved the old name. Moving south on the Seaboard Main Line, I pass Baldwin Yard, still closed and still empty, save a string of SCL chip hoppers. The word is that CSX will reopen Baldwin when the mainline track work is all finished. A wide swing out west took me to Lake City on the Tallahassee line. The way it was is the way it still is on this line. Signals from the 1950s and track not much newer. The Tallahassee line is one of the last places in Florida to see doll arms on signals. The arm indicates that there is a track between the signal and the track that it's protecting. The dwarf signal protects the siding right next to it. All was quiet until I got south to Lakuchi. This is the last point on the old S-line that's intact. This is what the south end of Lakuchi looked like up through the Seaboard System era, when the S-line crossed the ACL Lakeland to High Springs, Maine here, with US 301 passing overhead. I move a bit south to Owensboro, about 1,000 feet out the south end of Lakuchi siding. The light would be better here. Somewhere in that curve, the Seaboard Airline of the S-line becomes the ACL of the S-line. The two lines were merged into one main after the 1967 ACL-SAL merger. Coming off the old coastline and on to the old Seaboard is R-170, Taft, Orlando to Duval, Jacksonville, and today making not one dime for the company. All empties. This train has been running as a reroute for months. Presumably, this will be its normal routing when construction is complete on the S-line expansion.
Engine CSXC 5395 northbound Main Drive, clear, north into Lakeland. Yep.
Q170 clears, here comes Q741, the Tropicana juice train. 741 is a backhaul of empties to Tropicana's Bradenton juice plant. Once a New Jersey to Tampa unit train, it's become basically a shuttle run from Jacksonville since the Tropicana juice trains were mixed into intermodal runs. All machines malfunction, and this crossing protection at Gould Road, just south of Owensboro, is no exception. The gate motor had stuck in the down position, and the signal maintainer had not yet gotten there to fix it. Another 10 miles south is Vitus Junction. All the track work and new signals are complete. This is Q235, auto racks to Taft, Florida. Another mile south is the bottom of the new Vitus super siding, Lumberton. The siding breaks out of the single main and becomes the number 2 track, running 4 miles north to Ellerslie.
Q61327 CSHD 448 got a limited clear, Lumberton southbound, number 2 out. Number 2 to single main out.
Over on the Yeoman sub, the ex-Seaboard main into Tampa, another all-new siding is nearing completion. Knights was a siding about 3,000 feet long in the Seaboard days, but it eventually was pulled out. Now the pass track is being rebuilt a bit to the north and much longer, nearly 2.5 miles. From here at Blackwater Creek on the north end, where I had to get out of the way for an empty TO-80 coal train from Tico Big Bend, to the south end of Knights at milepost S817. Even old Lakeland Junction on the A-line is getting a facelift. This new passing siding extends from here back north to 10th Street, almost 2 miles without a crossing. All new signals and satellite connections, and PTC ready. Just around the corner, history still abides, though. The ACL cantilevers at South Lakeland still signaling trains like 0910, a local just back from Saddle Creek distribution on the Park Spur. But all this new construction does make me wonder, how much longer will these old landmarks be here? On the A-line in Lakeland, Florida, this is Danny Harmon, out.